Welcome everyone back to Spiritual Gangster Recovery. Trying to be more consistent with posting videos. And I really wanted to share with you guys today. For one thing, it was a big thing for me. I was at, my home, that's been my home group the whole time that I've been here, has put on a speaker jam every year. We have 4 speakers, clean time countdown, auction. No, we don't have an auction. Yeah, auction 50/50. Um, 2 basic techs we give away to the people with the least clean time. And then we supply hamburgers and hot dogs and, um, my early recovery here, I, um, put on a few of them, and it was, I'm OCD. So like being OCD and trying to work with people, and I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying like that are not that way is really difficult. It's like, can we make sure we got all the shit before, we're rushing around at the last minute? And no matter what, it's going to happen. In my experience with this speaker gym, no matter what. But the people that were the trusted servants that put it on did a very good job. And it was, you see people smiling and laughing and joking, and it went really well. Until, right? I hadn't been to an event in longer than I would like to admit. This depression and blah blah blah. I'm getting sick of hearing my own self bitch that um I don't know, it's just been, don't date in your home group, right? That's one. Um I realized that I was in a meeting with 2 of my ex-girlfriends, right? And I hadn't seen the one in a long time, and she had a little boy, and when that little boy hugged me, I heard like a little quiver in his voice. I was like, "Don't you cry, don't you cry, don't you cry." Um, he's just an amazing little boy. And his mom's done a very, very, very good job of parenting both of her children. You know who you are. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for all the um I don't know, gifts that you've given me. I know I owe amends, but I'm saying like I wouldn't be who I am, shit show and all, where I'm at in life if it wasn't for you, and I'm truly grateful for that. I don't like, I'm really trying hard not to break people's anonymity. Um, that's kind of like one of my big things about what turned for me. Anonymity is the spiritual foundation of all our traditions, ever reminding and place principles before personalities. Um, and I'm a character, right? Like, um, judgment, taking other people's inventories. Um, I don't know. As I'm sitting here thinking about, it's making me sick to my stomach, so I don't really focus on it too much because I really want to say, like, I needed today, right? I needed to recharge my recovery spiritual batteries. And I was so charged today because I was walking around with my, this ain't the only reason, but this is definitely a big reason, with my sample shirt, right? Asking everyone I seen. And I'm talking about people that's got, 10 years or better. A lot of accumulated clean time if they had ever seen it before. And one said that they heard it in a song, and I think they just said that to say that. Um, but anyways, I kind of wanted confirmation that it wasn't like it was what I felt like God downloaded it for me to be. So, and I was also like, I can't afford to, put a batch of these together. I'm trying to figure out a way. I'm trying my hardest to figure out ways to um, get over these couple hurdles and be able to position myself in a place where I'm able to still grow the business, post content, but get these bills paid and not be stressed about it, right? Where that's all like a looming thing, right? Like, am I going to have to pack all this shit up in the next couple weeks because things haven't worked out? And listen, for the past 3, 4, 6 months, probably, um, since things have been going on, my parents have come through for me like I can't say like never before because they have rocked with me through thick and thin, prison, um, all the bullshit I put them through, traumatizing my stepmother when marshals came looking for me a long time ago, but still when she told me about it, I felt terrible. I still do to this day, if I'm honest. She didn't deserve that. She didn't do no wrong. But you know what? She still loves me and makes me egg salad because she knows my fat ass loves that shit. I'm trying to quit saying I hate that about this, but I'm trying to get better, right? Like that's the goal in the whole thing, right? Um, I don't know, it's just really hard for me not to talk about what happened. Um, I'll put it like this, that and I'm guilty of this. Let me start this off with I'm just as guilty as the next person about people in meetings will start to click up or hook up, whatever. And there's like this little circle, right? And then you got everybody else. Um, I've heard a real group conscience, or what I feel was a real group conscience done one time, and it was like of the first 1 to 5 questions is like probably top three. Are we welcoming the newcomer, the most important person in the meeting? Or are we all clicked up in our egos because we think we've got some fucking shit figured out and we can condemn and inventory other people? You know, um, it's so hard to date in the room. Like, I'm so anti relationship, gossip, stay the fuck out of my way. I would say pardon my French, but I love the word fuck, so it's a part of the spiritual gangsterness, I guess. Um, it doesn't mean that Jesus doesn't love me. So, it was such a good day, right? Like I've been having some health issues, right? Not too hard to see, right? I've put on weight. I look like Santa Claus most of the time with these rosy red cheeks. But it ain't just now, right? Like I've been like this my whole life. My ears will get beat red. Um, and it kind of scares me for real because my mom suffered um with weight issues like pretty bad and like gastric bypass surgery and plastic surgery. And I watched her endure like eat a couple spoonfuls of food and then have to go, you know, to the restroom because she was full. Um, oh my God, that's terrible. But once it was all said and done, and she's showing me these pictures of the skin they cut off of her, looking like Hannibal Lecter, she was smiling, right? She felt good about herself. Um, Mental health runs deep, right? It ain't just the disease of addiction. And in the rooms, um, we're talking about addiction, right? Or um, alcoholism. Bottom line is addiction, period. But, some people have to have piss and come, over it, which I'm one of them. I'm hardcore narcotics anonymous, and it's just because, and I've been to a lot of great of the other fellowship meetings. It's just I found my place and my people, um, and I'm realizing how smaller and smaller my circle is. Right, like I can know some people, I can love the shit out of them, but like them is a different thing. Um, and it's like the meaning that I'm speaking of is kind of like my sponsor's legacy. He was kind of a part of starting it here in Lancaster, and um, everybody knows him. He's kind of like calmed down though. He's treasuring a one night a week meeting, doing other things. Other things is the facility he works for is building a brand new building, which you know that would be epic to work. And most people wouldn't say this, I don't think, but to get a job working with my sponsor, come on now. If you met my sponsor, you know what I mean. Um, I seen him today, and uh, when I see him, it's like that first initial when we, you know, not to sound crazy, but like see each other, right? He smiles and I smile, and that's that recognition. That's the similarities. I'm 43. He's probably, pushing 80. And we meet, we met in that room, and he helped change my life and save my life. Um, it's just amazing. And uh, he, he calls me on my shit. I wish I would have listened, right? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Sitting in this speaker jam with two of my exes and one of their boyfriends. It was kind of awkward, but looking past that, it was really good to see her. It was super good to see him. Um, he's just this firecracker of energy and love, and um, yeah, I really missed him, and he told me he missed me too, um, quite a few times. And every time he seen me after that, he hugged me. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I got really, really overheated. My blood pressure was like through the roof. Um, I had a conversation with somebody that just actually a couple people that hurt my feelings, man, like really hurt my feelings. You know, circumstances, situations. That's bullshit. I'm making excuses, right? Like I didn't show up like I should have. And when you don't show up, right, it's like, oh, they're getting high, right? And then starts to gossip, and he said, she said, they said, who gives a fuck, right? Um, but a part of me still does give a fuck. Uh, I've worked hard as fuck. I can't keep taking the credit for where I'm at, right? Like, in all honesty, I still have no fucking clue what I'm doing. I just keep praying, asking God to guide me, keep me strong, and do the next right thing for the next right reason, and keep it simple as possible. I don't believe that this vision for spiritual gangster recovery is just some bogus shit that I conjured up, right? God has placed that in my spirit. And like right now, when I'm making this video, it's like I'm tired as hell. 12 to 8 service work after not working for a few months, right? Don't sound like much. Sweeping, mopping, cleaning up after grown ass people in the bathroom, don't have to take out the trash. It's been like that the whole time now. But anyways, we're supposed to leave a place cleaner than when we was there. That's kind of a tradition for the meetings, both of them. And we wait on a meeting to end before we can get in there to start ours. So we're like in the parking lot waiting for them to leave or finish their meeting. I shouldn't say leave. Excuse me. And um, I don't know. It's just such a gift to see people I hadn't seen in a long time. These are the people that. So when I came to Lancaster, it was like I started. I might as well have moved to a new country because I cut everyone from my past out. Maybe a couple, right? I got a friend that was like a brother to me, but he can't stop quit getting high. So like, you know, I don't jeopardize my recovery for nothing, you know. Some people's got some opinions about my recovery. Um, and I don't care, man. Like, uh, I do, but like this much of a give a fuck, because my give a fuck buckets overfloweth. Um, with bullshit, like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck them. Let's move it on. Moving on. So I've been working diligently and I prayed really hard the other day and worked with ChatGPT to like go as far as making a contract, right? Emailing the CEO of the place that I've been working towards getting a position at. I haven't gotten nothing back yet, but I'm going to follow up Monday um, because I prayed and I wrote it out in this email and you know, before I sent that email, it was like, God, I need you to do the rest, right? I'm willing to do the footwork. I think the idea of what we found is not impossible, and um, it kind of there's always a gray area, especially working in treatment. And I'm not saying like shady shit. Well, sometimes, but not this, right? This is um, here. This is what I'm offering, right? I'll do 3 free ones, trial run, right? See what happens. If there's no response from, the clients or staff, then I'll just, keep it pushing, right? But if there is, you know, I got contracts ready, and I'm not trying to like, tear people's mouths out. I am trying to build this thing, slowly. Um, I was looking at one of the social media platforms, and it was like your something views or something was up like 150 some percent or something. And I was like, what does that? I don't know. That don't sound right. I mean, it. I don't doubt it because that's the type of things that my God likes to do. Um, to show me I'm doing the right thing, because I hate that shows what it is because I hate to admit it. Right? I'm stubborn. Um, it's like this is what I want, and I'm hoping and praying it's what God wants, and that's completely backwards. But I also believe that it wouldn't even be if it wasn't something that God wanted me to do. And I have no, put me in front of the person right now in Lancaster that is started small, appreciates small, meager beginnings, and has built, wealth and is willing to help the next person, and I'm not just saying financially, right? Like if I was to sit in front of somebody and come up with a plan and they were like a angel investor, I'm kind of already talked to one and asked them to pray about it. I wrote my church again, same thing. Uh, I think I'm gonna go have another conversation tomorrow about it. Um, because why not? I forget how they said it's like you miss 100% of the swings you don't take, right? Um, and I don't want to miss that one, right? I'm getting old, right? There's no uh, big boy retirement plan for me because I, was unemployable and didn't put no money in things that is ever gonna, I'm gonna work till I might as well work myself right into the cooker and cook me and throw me and whatever. Um, I also have, I think, made a place. It is, I can see it, right? Everything about it, there's a way to pay and all that. Um, for these shirts and then some of my crafts, and I'm gonna try to build it. I believe it's pronounced Ko-Fi, but it is also attached to another thing called Buy Me a Coffee. It was the easiest uh, way that I could find where I could put some stuff on it. And here's the price, and share the link, right? Where it wasn't like I had to pay for every step of the way. Uh, I tried a lot of things and then got to that point. I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, just give me over that. It's like I haven't made a domain yet. There's no, Spiritual Gangster Recovery.com. And I really want to get that together. And I was talking to the guy at the library making copies. Um, I need a printer too. Um, about that. And he offers like, divine appointments are a real thing, right? Like, and we don't know about them. Well, this is how it's been for me. Well, like a whole lot of we's. I share my experience, strength, and hope no matter what it is, because what I've learned is, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. I truly, truly believe this. That makes a big part of the difference. I'm not saying all of it. I'm saying there definitely is variables in every, different conversation. But um, we was talking about computers, and I told him I'm computer for dummies, but I've damn near made it through what I want to accomplish in school um, with help, definitely with help. So I'm willing. The principles that are read in every meeting: honesty, open mindedness, and willingness. With these, we are well on our way. I mean, that's what we say in our meeting. We have our own flavor, our own personality, that's for sure. So, I need to get my ass to sleep. My eyes are burning. It's been a really emotional day. Uh, really emotional day. And my prayers before I go to sleep tonight, it might bust loose. That hard fought hallelujah song. Um, being here all by myself. Like I got this great voice. You know, sound like a crackhead around the corner. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. It's like I've been screaming and I haven't been. I keep it really cold in here. I have something to do with it. But I did want to get on here and post something because I have not mastered the postings like to all the platforms. So my Wi-Fi is definitely, needs an upgrade. If it was upgraded, it would allow me to, upload faster. Like I said, still learning. Um, that was part of the conversation me and the guy had at the library. Those flash drives you put in there and put it in there and then put it in there, and it would be awesome to keep all my stuff in one place because it is not that way now. It's not terrible. Or at least my podcast videos, the outros and intros I'm working on are all in one place. So I'll hit back to the one that my friend's like, it's echoing terribly in it. Oh my God, it was terrible. Um, so if you guys see anything, let me know, um, please have grace with me, right? Because I can still like take something and run with it and obsess about it and throw all my podcast. No, I don't do it. That's a little extreme, but um, maybe private message me or whatever. Uh, Let me know how I'm doing. Just a recovering addict, aging man with mental health and really tough, um, powerless that powerless over that transforms into unmanageable depression. Uh, I'm still here and I'm gonna fight, right? I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna fight. Uh, I've been a guinea pig for so many SRIs that, um, I'm the medications are working. It's just, they don't fix everything. And conversation I had today, and oh man, I got to get over that conversation. I got to pray about that heavy tonight and give that to God so I do not carry that into tomorrow because it doesn't do me no good, right? Why am I going to carry the day before's bullshit into the next one when, you know, man, I caught myself the other day sleep like 15 hours. I don't know that I've ever done that, especially not clean. Like that was crazy. So keep me in your prayers. I don't want you guys to think like I'm on the verge of like, burning it all down because I will, you know, if things don't go right and I get stuck in a position, at least I know I can put my stuff somewhere. And you know what? I've really thought about this and prayed about this. Um, I got a really good friend that has allowed me to land on his couch through all of my relationship mistakes. I love you to death. You know who you are. Um, he's got a beautiful home. He just got a car that he deserves. Like, he sent me a picture of it and I almost cried because it's been one of those days, right? Uh, Driving his dad's car because his dad passed away, and he's like, he's he still got it, but he uh he deserved to drive something new. He's worked really hard. I admire him so much. Um, him and my other friend, like, uh, I joke with him like I want to grow up to be like you guys. No, no, I'm serious. I'm trying to catch up, right? And they gave me suggestions that have been so good, and I'm just like, nah, let me crash out and do it my way. Um, my way can still suck really bad sometimes, but uh, faith, humility, radical acceptance, and the coping skill that I learned that basically changed everything for me. Stop and think. Stop and think is the skill when applied, changes everything, especially for an addict. Instant gratification, um, impulsivity, and obsession, and all those things. Stop, breath. Breath work is so important. Um, learning to be comfortable with embracing the pause, right? Hell, it might be a pause and I'll holler at you tomorrow about it, right? Before we say things that we really don't want to say to each other or even further, right? Uh, I ain't got nothing to prove to you and you ain't got nothing to prove to me, right? Um, I've whooped some asses and I've had my ass whooped. I love the stories. I ain't never been knocked out. You ain't been in enough fights in yet, dog. So I'll hang out at the workhouse for a little bit. Tell me how it works out for you. And I don't know if it's still like that, but it was. Um, I'm not a violent person, even if I got some shitty violent. I shouldn't laugh. Violent charges that are a thorn in my flesh, consequences that are way beyond 5 years ago, but I don't believe that shit for a minute. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. Um, the Tree Church is opening up. I probably shouldn't have said that. My church is opening up another branch in Logan tomorrow, which is, you know, not that big of a community as far as like actual Logan, but Hocking Hills is beautiful. And all the cabin places and place I used to work for makes these they took the shipping containers and I forget what they called them and they even had like two-story stackable ones that were amazing. Um, maybe someday I'm not gonna say these maybes. Someday there'll be um, a vacation. Me and somebody else was talking about that today, like the vacations that I have been on, literally for I would go back almost as far as to say when I was a kid, where it was like just vacation and beaches and Epcot centers and my dad telling me the boat don't go all the way around and yeah, that swinging boat. I'll never forget that. Thanks, Pops. I'm sure he's going to get a real good giggle out of that if he watches this. And I hope he does. I love you guys so much. I know I don't say it enough, express it enough, especially right now. But you guys have really, really loved on me. Extra. Besides the, covering my ass. Uh, yeah, I'm probably going. Let me go cry my ass to sleep while I talk to God and lay all these things down and give me some sleep because I'm definitely beat. Um, trying to tell somebody uh, today I didn't even have to use my AK. I gotta say it was a good day. Uh, Tell me in the comments who that was. Um, yeah, good old days. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna quit blabbing now, and I love you. Reach out, call me, call the numbers on the list, whoever. Definitely call on your higher power. Stay strong. Keep it gangster. Peace.